soap is curing, and there's my Valentine's Day soap. Hey guys, welcome to the farm. JC Mason here. We will be back in that soap lab because we're going to make goat milk, oats, and honey soap. I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to share my recipe with you guys so that you can make it at home. I'm going to be making a huge batch, but I'll have a recipe in both for the 42 ounce, like in my homemade soap. Oh, they're my boots. I was looking for my boots. Homemade soap recipe that I shared and tutorial, but I also do the percentages because that way, no matter what size mold you have, you can adapt it on soap calc. And that's something you need really to be able to just fine-tune your recipe, make sure it's safe. And right now we're going to move baby goats to the main pen. They have graduated, and then we're going to move other goats to the nursery because one has an injury. Peaches tore her ear. Weston is bringing hay nets for the ponies. We have them in this field. I put up a short of the ponies just kicking up their heels and having a blast because I have one of the bigger herds in a smaller paddock. Temporarily, just because of this weather. It was 12 degrees here this morning. And I might turn my light on and see how that does. I put up a short this morning. I found a chicken that had an egg frozen to her bum. So anyway, the rescue was successful. Everything was fine. All right, all the mamas except for Peaches and her babies are in here. So Mork and Mindy is Molly's baby. That's Mindy. The white one behind her is Mork. Buster is Bonnie's baby, her mother. Where is Bonnie? Bonnie's chasing down. That's Abigail from last year. She's so tiny. And there's the newest one. We have 2 more does to kid. And let's go make some soap. I gotta go make some soap, Abby. Yeah. Okay, this is my favorite camera setup for teaching soap making. So I set it up this way. I'm working on my metal table. I have rearranged my soap lab and I'm loving it. I've got my soap molds right underneath of here, and on the table to my left, I mix up the oils and then bring them over here. My lye is in the sink right now, just cooling off. I will show you a little trick that you can do. I have my goat's milk here, and my lye solution is a 50-50 lye solution. So whatever your lye is in your recipe, you're going to add the same amount of ice cubes. That's what I do. Just distilled ice cubes, and it's going to be the same amount. Whatever the leftover amount of liquid in your recipe is going to be this. You don't have to do that. You can do 100% goat's milk if you like, but I'm going to be master batching my lye and my oil soon to help move along my soap business and be able to do more production. And that is one of the best ways to do it, is master batch your lye. So all I have to do is just go in and get lye per recipe, add my additional liquid needed, and then I'm good to go. So I will be adding, I'll have a base of what's in here is oats, kaolin clay, and what else did I put in here? Oats, kaolin clay, I think that's it. My honey is actually in my hard oils and butters that are melted down, and we're going to pour them all in together after I blend this really well. But I want to pour off a little more than a pound of soap batter in here for turmeric, in here for cocoa powder with a tad bit of charcoal, and some yellow clay. I will tell you, I soap only with natural colors and natural fragrances or essential oils. This soap here is going to be unscented. So let me get my stick blender and we will get this blended and start making some soap. Okay, now that I've got that blended pretty well, I'm going to add and mix in my goat's milk. I have lots of mamas to milk, that's for sure. Now the recipe I have below is for a 42 ounce soap container, but I also put, like I said, the percentages, so no matter what soap mold what size you need, you can add those percentages into Soap Calc. And if you are curious about, soap making and want to know more about it, it's important to have your recipe safe. So Soap Calc is one of those things, and I will link a video below of how to make soap, my step-by-step, and at the end of that video I show how to use Soap Calc. Let's blend this in. All right, and here's all my hard oils and butters. So I've got my coconut oil, my shea butter, my cocoa butter, all in here, and I'm going to just mix it a little bit because I also put my honey in here, and just as once my oils were turned off, my oils and butters were turned off, then I added the honey in just to let it be really fluid and blend it in. And now we're going to mix in this olive oil. Now there might be still some kaolin clay on the bottom, but that's okay. Lovely. Oh, it's beautiful. Love it. Now this will probably thicken pretty fast because we have honey, which is a sugar. We got goat's milk, which is a fat, and that's what Lai loves to make into soap with the oils, the fat of the oils, and that sugar accelerates it. So definitely going to work fast. And I do make sure I get all my oils out because the recipe is measured exact, and those oils are important in your recipe to make it a good bar of soap. Make sure your ratios are correct. So get all out that you can. Now I will be pouring off the majority of this once we get the lye into my 17-pound soap mold. These bars are going to be my tall bars. Last video I showed cutting the bars into my shorter square bars. These are going to be the tall rectangle bars. And I'll show y'all, this is what it's going to eventually be in. My oats and honey label and this box. I will be doing a lot of wholesaling, and boutiques and places all over the US love soap boxes. And I have priced my soap at a retail price so that I can sell it at a good wholesale price. So if I can get a wholesaler to buy 50 bars at a time, and that would be great. But I am very happy with my customer base in Shopify, so I'll continue to do that as well. All right, I'm going to blend this up and then we'll get our lye. Okay, my lye solution here is at 95 degrees. So we're going to put this in and we're going to move fast because this is going to probably accelerate pretty fast with the goat milk and the honey. I'm going to pour the majority of it off in the mold first. Once it's at a light trace, I probably will be skipping the light trace because I already feel it thickening up. Put that aside. This in before I stick blend. The moment you start stick blending and keep stick blending and keep stick blending, it's going to accelerate faster and faster. So if you can kind of mix in a soap that's kind of risking setting up, just kind of blend everything in to start. And I try not to do any splashing. I've got my safety glasses on, but I still am trying to be really cautious not to splash. All right, so let's blend this up and let's pour some off. Okay, I'm very surprised with how slow this is. This is getting to even just a light trace. See it hanging on the stick blender, but definitely not thick at all. So I just was making sure it was blended, and I'm going to, which it does look good. It has some frothy stuff on the top. That's just from the stick blending. I do need a new stick blender. I need a heavier dutier one, that is for sure. So to make it definitely work. That looks good though. We're gonna have plenty of time to work, that's for sure. And I was thinking I wasn't gonna have much time to work, but I can see we are. Let me move some things out of the way. I've got some extra dishes in my way here. And I'm going to take one of these. Just scrape the sides and get a feel for the batter. And get my bearings, because sometimes I miss the mold. Hopefully y'all can see all of that. I got a little hole there that kind of hinders me from using this whole countertop. Yeah, I'm very surprised. So I think what the difference is instead of doing a whole goat milk lye solution and adding the goat milk to the oils and just doing a lye and water solution, I think. I mean, by now I would have this in the mold and hurry in to get my layers, because I'm going to do some drop swirls in. All right, let's see if I can get this to pour without getting it all over the place. So I'm going to go to right about there. I think that's good, because I am going to pour it off into my other container that I had originally with my olive oil and castor oil. It'll be easier to pour in to make my colors. So we're going to move this to the side again. And bring this over to pour in here. And then I can pour off into my little containers with the pour spouts. Got some oats and kale and clay still kind of hanging on the bottom there, so I'm going to get that blended up really well. So I'm right up in the camera here. Let's get it in. We want to use every bit. This is precious resources here. So whether you want to soap as a hobby or soap as a business, that depends on how much you want to make per soaping. I will tell you, when you make your first batch, it does get very addicting because it's so rewarding. It really is. Just to go, wow, I made this, and you can be creative with it. And I talked in my last video about my core line. I'm really going to stick with my core line and then my seasonal stuff. And I've got some real fun ideas for some seasonal or soap of the month kind of. Oh, look, I did get some. Aw, I thought I did good. All right, let me get that cleaned up. Okay, so we have our cocoa. I feel like I lost some of my lighting. To see. We have cocoa powder and the charcoal. I'm going to put in enough to really fill it. That I might have to add more to my soap mold, because I'm going to use all of this all the way to the top as much as I can to do my drop swirls. Now, a lot of people have controversy with the micas. You know, if you want to use micas, that is perfectly fine. That's up to you. Everybody soaps differently. I prefer not to, because they do contain metals, and people say, well, it's a really small trace. That could be very true, but you don't know what your consumer has in their diet. You don't know what other products they're using with metals. So it can, you know, cause issues. And I work with a lot of autistic kids, and they cannot do metals. They're already high in metal. If they have a toxicity report done, metal is one of the highest things that is on their toxicity. And from aluminum to, there's all kinds of, lead, there's all kinds of things that show up in their tox report. So that's one of the reasons why I'm do all natural soap. And I also studied under an orthomolecular nutritionist, and he just did, I mean, it was a really great experience to learn under him and to learn about, nutrition, additives, chemicals, things that affect us. I'm going to mix these up. I'm just giving them an initial blend without accelerating the soap, just to see where we're at. And then I will take the blender in. So what I'll do is I'll do the lighter color to this turmeric, which I love what the lye does to the turmeric. It makes it so orange. But see, I was trying to get a variation of honey colors, what the comb looks like inside the hive, and drop those in like it's dripping in the soap. That's the goal, hopefully. Hopefully. All right, so let's scrape the bottom a little bit more. So I'm gonna start with the yellow clay first, and then we'll move on. I do still have some more of the natural color, so I'm probably gonna pour that in. I don't know if you can see me, I'm off camera. I'm just pouring that in, and then I might scrape a little bit on top once we're making the top, to kind of give some more variation between these. Move on to the turmeric, however you say it. Don't add water to my clays for my recipe. Oops, I'm dripping everywhere. And I don't add water because I don't want a super fatted soap, and I don't want a higher water content soap. It takes longer to cure. All right, let's see. Let me clean up my mess. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, clean up this mess. And then we'll pull my soap mold back over here. And we will start our drop swirl. I just clean this all up because I don't want to pull my soap mold back over here and then drag soap all the way. Oh yeah, we have plenty of time. This is behaving very well, a little bit too well, I think. So I'm looking at, here's my, I don't know if you can see these lines. These are, actually, they're gonna be a little shorter than that because they're gonna be right here because they're my tall bars. So I'm gonna start in and just start dropping. I'm hoping to get maybe 2 to 3 passes.
There were days where we thought we wouldn't make it out, but we stuck it out. Today's our day. Today's our day. There were nights we would fight, no end in sight, nothing was right. Tonight's our night. Tonight's our night. I'll fight for you until this life is over. There's no giving up here, babe. We'll make it out and fall in love tonight. Ain't nothing needed but a feeling.
Guys, I think I'm losing light. I think I'm losing my light. Okay, so it took a good 15-20 minutes for this to actually set up so I can put my paper on, but I'm losing my light. So let's line this up, and I'm just going to push this in. I am thrilled with being able to soap with my 50/50 lye solution and then adding my liquid. It is a game changer. I've been watching the soap gal, Joanna Couch, and she is just a joy to watch, number one, and full of information. And it's like, how come I have not found her channel before? But I think the time is right because she is all about master batching and upping your game on your business. And that's where I am at. I'm excited. So be back for the cut. Okay, here we are for the cut. I'm so excited. I have my loaf cutter and I have my tray with some parchment paper on it. And this is the beauty big block. I'm a little nervous because it is later than I expected to be cutting. I just need to make sure I keep it even. And I'm excited to get in here and see what drop swirls we got. So fun. There we go. Let's see. That's from this angle. Just remember, we're gonna cut it this way. So it'll be fun to see what that looks like. Let me speed this process up and we will get the bar cutter out. All right, let's move y'all in a little closer here. Man, I have a couple strings that are broke on the end, so I just make sure I'm getting as many bars as possible. And let's see. Oh goodness, it is harder. Here is the reveal. There's a couple drop swirls in there. Let's see how we get with some more. I'm sure there's going to be, depending on where the, here we go. There's some. See those in there? I was hoping for a little bit more of a teardrop look, but there we go. Oh, there's a little face in that one. How fun. There we go. I do like the different colors. That turmeric tended to stay on top a little bit, but I am glad that I did a different cream color. So the base is that yellow clay, and then, yeah, looks like a tadpole. Let's get a few more of these. That one's fun. Yeah, I like the tops. I didn't steam the tops. I probably could have done that, and I still could do that. After you cut, you can still steam. That's nice. So it'll be interesting to see. Usually I kind of see what bar, like which one was in the center. Here's a little sample. That's kind of cool. It's got that lighter, or the uncolored, I should say, the uncolored batter. This is, you see a little bit of where it didn't, it's like a partial gel. This will go away as it cures. That is fine. Let's see what these look like. I'm not sure what place this was in. Always sounds like it's gonna crack. All right, here's a few little drop swirls. Some of them got down in there far. Yeah, overall, I like it. I'll show y'all some if they really got a lot of drops in there. These are just a few. Looks like hoof prints. Some. It seems like the ones on the end got more. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. This one's kind of cool. I like those designs in there. I had posted a video, a reel on my Instagram, and someone said it needs to be called the Honey Hive, and I thought, how cute is that? I love that, the Honey Hive. And yeah, that's kind of neat. It's got some hearts in this one. So thanks guys so much. Any questions, please ask below. I love to share this with you guys and encourage you where you are. And yeah, just be sure to subscribe, and I'll be back with some more life here on the farm and soap making. Bye.